And of course, this is an institution when it comes to presenting preseason tournaments, the longest running, in fact, already 16 years. Basically, this is the 16th Filoil EcoOil Preseason Cup. And where else are you going to find us but right here at Filoil EcoOil Center in San Juan. Welcome everybody. We are back once again for another exciting season of the Filoil EcoOil Preseason Cup. My name is Benji Santiago. Joining me is Coach Mike Perez. And later on we'll have Megan Cabrera joining us for courtside reports. And of course, right now we are anticipating a very, very good matchup between a lot of the teams, the schools, the colleges, universities. Halo-halo sila rito, pero dito sila magtatagpo and divided into two groups. 20 teams tayo dito, Coach Mike.
Yeah, and very, very interesting and very thrilling yung pagkakagroup ng mga teams. No? Group 1 would be your NCAA teams. And then your Group 2 would be your UAAP, joined by the other champions of NAASCO, Faith, as well as NCAA South and UCBL.
Yes, that's right. Ano? Kaya ito lang actually yung tournament na nagkikita-kita sila. No? Yung NCAA, UAAP.
Right.
And of course, this is sort of parang pride is at stake when it comes to these teams competing here in this preseason cup.
Yeah, and a lot of really has to do with preparations for the regular mother leagues of these teams. I mean, you want to go into your mother leagues prepared and good enough to be competing with the other ones, and this is one of the leagues that really gives that preparation for these teams.
And kung tutusin nga, no, yung mga pagtatagpo, yung mga meron pa tayong UCBL teams, meron tayong NCAA teams, meron tayong NCRAA teams, meron pang NCAA South teams.
Correct.
Yun. Hindi pa doon nagtatapos yun, dahil as we go along, especially when we enter into the quarterfinals, there would still be other teams from Luzon and Visayas.
Yeah.
Going to be joining us.
And yung dalawang teams na yun going to be joining us, Benji, pagdating dun sa play-in natin. And one of them already determined, which happens to be Guangming College, who also played for the UCBL.
Yes, that's right. So we're going to be expecting some really slam-bang action to happen here. The kids are here, but they could be considered young men right now in the thick of the action of every bit of games that you are going to be seeing here. As we take a look, this is going to be the College of St. Benil, the Blazers, going up against the San Sebastian College Stags, going up against each other. Basically, opening day. I think Filoil EcoOil Preseason Cup already in its 16th year, and we are glad to be a part of this. And I do believe the teams are getting ready. So the introduction of the two teams, let's go over to our venue announcer.
Good afternoon, basketball fans. Live from the Filoil EcoOil Center in San Juan City. This is the third game of our quadruple header, opening day of the 16th Filoil EcoOil Preseason Cup. This is the match between the College of St. Benil Blazers and San Sebastian College Recoletos Golden Stags. Let's see the starters first. For the College of St. Benil Blazers. Small forward number 6, McCoy Marcos. Our forward number 12, Mix Corteza. Center number 13, Paul Turco. Point guard number 5, Prince Carlos. And shooting guard number 7, Robbie Naive. Head coach for the St. Benil Blazers is Mr. Charles Chu. And now let's give it up for your San Sebastian Golden Stags. Small forward number 18, TJ Federico. Our forward number 12, Jacob Shanona. Center number 24, Leo Velasco. Point guard number 22, Alex Tesoyo. Shooting guard number 5, Rex Gama. Head coach for your San Sebastian Golden Stags is John Palios.
All right, once again, we are just about to bring you. Actually, you could consider this is already the third game of the opening day of the 16th year na nitong ating Filoil EcoOil Preseason Cup. It's going to be a very interesting match. The 20 teams that have joined for this year are divided into two groups. Now, these are two NCAA teams that are going to be going up against each other.
Yeah. And you know, looking at the starting fives for both teams, looks like really these are normally their starting fives for the most part. And what's interesting here is that we see new players especially from San Sebastian, who's just really reformed themselves under a new management with Coach John Callios taking the reign.
That's also one thing that's new for them. Head coaching job para kay John Callios. Of course, Charles Chu, as we remember, CSB was in the finals in the previous season of the NCAA. But we see what they may be able to improve here, joining the preseason cup.
And of course, that last campaign of a College of St. Benilde in the NCAA really proved to be something that they can build on, and they want to be starting at this preseason tournament also.
Right. So right now, still no basket. Actually, there was even an earlier foul that was called here in the first quarter of play. So take a look. Right now, the offense here by the CSB Blazers.
Both these teams really trying to feel themselves out in this game, trying to get to be more familiar with each one on the court.
Jittery start, actually. With turnovers and the brick shots. Finally, a basket here has been delivered.
Well, that's one of the things that you love about Migs Cortesa. He's a big man that can actually have a jump stop and a floater anywhere mid-range, and he's just showed us that.
So easy to shake off the jitters. Now this Soy, the team captain of San Sebastian Stags, right now making the first basket for his team here. We got the tie ball game at 2-all right now here in the first quarter. How about that scoop? Misfiring that shot. That was Prince Carlos.
Yeah. And you see that floater right there by Migs Cortesa.
It's that good-looking shot from the baseline. Try again. I guess they have the size advantage here at the first quarter for the first five of Coach Charles Chu.
Yep. And that missed floater there by Migs, immediately working offensive boards. There you got Turco really out-rebounding the Stags in that last possession.
So an extra free throw will be awarded. Turco, CSB, wanting to increase their lead. They're up 2, can't make the bonus free throw. They're trying to get it back. And ball touched last by CSB. So San Sebastian right now will be inbounding backcourt. First quarter, as always, everybody's getting into the act of actually taking a closer look. Even in the previous 2 games that we've had here on opening day, we saw coaches watching the next games after.
Right.
One round tayo rito, Coach Mike, right?
Yep. And this is single round robin, a pool play for the 2 brackets that we have. Eventually, they get into quarterfinals, wherein the top 3 teams of each of the brackets will advance, and then the bottom 4 will get into a play-in with our guest teams from Luzon and Visayas, which one of them happens to be Guangming.
And as you were explaining it that way, it gets more and more interesting, especially when we get into the quarterfinals and the guest teams are going to be arriving also to compete.
Right.
Wow, this is going to be a tough contest here for all the teams that managed to join here for the Filoil EcoOil Preseason Cup. Once again, coming to you from San Juan City. An outside shot. How about Gabat with that 3-pointer?
Yeah, and so far what we're seeing is that these Stags actually have really good range, both from the perimeter and from 3. And so you got to be able to close out to that.
An air ball for CSB Blazers. That time around, taking a look at Gabat's move right now underneath. This is the Gabat 3-pointer.
Right.
So back-to-back baskets here for the Stags.
Benilde now trying to test their full court pressure, trying to see the medal of the Stags from the backcourt.
They have the lead, they have the basketball. The Stags trying another one from beyond the arc, long and strong, trying to get it back. They did, the floater, another chance here. So chance points here for San Sebastian College.
Yeah, boy, I'm sure Coach Charles Chu is going to be talking later about offensive rebounds. They got to be able to prevent the Stags from getting those 3 attempts right there. You have to be able to control the defensive board so you get to swing the offense on your favor.
So we take a look at Filibrico missing the first free throw, but they're ahead just by 3 points here in the early goings of this contest between these two teams.
And these Stags really are rebuilding with Coach John Callios, right, at the helm. And, you know, we'll see how these guys respond to the leadership of Coach John.
So they're off to a very good start here as they lead by 4 right now. CSB Blazers, after that battle in the finals in the previous season of the NCAA. And of course, very, very active attacking. Mix Corteza.
Yeah, and so they try to get into the low block with Marcos and that fail of a dive from the other side by Corteza. And of course, Corteza very active always inside the shaded area, especially as he sees those opportunities to get in and dive and get those shots.
They might have a slight height advantage here for the first 5 of these two teams right now in the early goings. Mix Corteza exploiting that kind of a situation. So he sinks one of those free throws awarded him. 8-5 for San Sebastian. Some trapping in the backcourt being applied here by CSB Blazers.
The pressure
They're still in the backcourt. Finally crossing it right on time. Trying to attack the baseline. Door was shut.
Yeah. Filibrico had the right thing in mind because that slot was open. He tried to claim it, but somebody closed it out, so, you know, didn't push through. A beautiful inbound pass.
Yeah, man, a beautiful reply and a basket again for San Sebastian as they take this one, a 5-point lead. Plenty of time here in the first period. Just over 6 minutes still left. Floater doesn't go. They got it back. So offensive rebounding also counts a lot here in the goings of this ball game. Robbie Naive, the team captain of CSB Blazers, making his presence felt with a shot from the outside.
Yeah, and Robbie Naive, one of the more veteran from the Blazers team. He's actually one of the guys that they will be looking to from a point production and leadership standpoint.
They have managed to cut down the lead of San Sebastian to only 2 right now. Outside shot. And ball goes out of bounds. 10-8. San Sebastian, the Stags are leading. But a 3-point basket by Robbie Naive making a big difference here. And
Coach John would definitely have some talks also when it comes to the execution on that last offensive set. They felt they could have, you know, swung the ball a little bit more and find a better shot.
Well, a chance to tie or maybe take the lead here for the Blazers. They've been shooting a lot of those floaters.
Right. Floaters are really part of the key skills now of basketball players because you want to be able to negate the height advantage of the big, especially catch them off guard that you already made a shot instead of anticipating for that block.
As De Soyo on the screens right now, of course, streaming live wherever you are. You will have a chance to watch us here. Filoil EcoOil. It's the 16th preseason cup. A steal here for CSB and a quick foul. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and that last side out of bounds play really got botched. They tried to go to the backdoor step with that flash in the middle. They couldn't get one, so ball got stolen. Look at that. They tried to hand it off, but got deflected.
So it's not clear path. Actually, amateur college is calling that unsportsmanlike foul.
Two free throws for Robin Ivan plus ball possession for the Blazers.
Yes, that's right. So free throws plus possession here. De Soyo, both players, team captains of their respective teams, getting into contact with each other at that time around.
Well, so far, free throws been a challenge for the Blazers. They only made 1 out of 4 on their last 2 trips. And finally, another one sinking in for Naive.
Well, this has turned out to be just a hairline lead for San Sebastian. Still 10-9.
Oh, wow.
Oh, alley-oop!
Alley-oop to Mark Sanko.
Mark Sanko, high up in the air.
Well, that time around, Una had his backs turned against the defender. You got to be able to see man and ball. And that time, that backdoor alley-oop, just perfect for the Blazers.
Good chemistry working out here for the Blazers. They're on top by 1 right now. 11-10, there's a foul that has been called here against the Blazers. Taking a look at this one.
Look at that pass.
Yeah.
Everybody just had their backs turned. One guy didn't see the man, the other guy didn't see the ball.
So there you go. Over at the other side right now for San Sebastian as they try to grab back the lead here, although a miss in the first free throw. So free throws woes for these two teams here in the first quarter.
Yeah.
Big Sokson is in the game to replace their team captain, Robbie Naive, who has done his part here in the first period of play. All tied up at 11. Inside 5 minutes, more than halfway here, the first period of play. Biggs also just checked in. Shot clock winding down to 6, and that shot from the corner, and offensive rebounds really counts a lot.
Yeah, and very rarely would you see Corteza getting a 3-point shot, but that was the only shot that was available at that moment, so I had to take it. Good thing that Marcos was able to catch it and do that offensive rebound, as you see right there, Benji.
Makoy Marcos with the reverse underneath.
Yep, and so far, Mark has been very active on the floor, passing, dishing, rebounding. No.
Sabi nga nila sa CSB, Marcos pa rin. 13-11. It's the Blazers on top by 2. See the free throws. Those are something, little things that they have to work on.
Right.
For these two teams right now. Rex Gabat making the second.
Rex Gabat, one of the guys that the Stags are also looking to. On both ends.
Checks in for Gabat. San Sebastian, quick hands here. They're setting up their half-court offense. Faking the long-distance shot, attacking. And it's foul in the act. Free throws.
I think this one's on Ralph Gabat, I think. Good fake, made that defense fly by, had to hang, but boy, did he contort for that shot.
I know.
Didn't even get to make an attempt.
Well, he's showing us what he can do here so far. The free throw woes, but they got it back.
Now they're trying to set up a low block here for Una. There you go.
Una na unahang maputokan ng shot clock.
Yeah. And Lepalam able to stymie that offensive attack. I felt that he didn't really have enough position, especially on a footwork part, to be able to extricate himself from that defense of Lepalam. Could have faced up and then, you know, tried to attempt a basket up front.
I can see the time remaining, 3 minutes and 42 here in the first quarter. Outside shot makes.
Wow.
Also, That was Marasigan.
Yeah.
Confusing with all the hairstyle, basically the same for these players.
Yep, and boy, I love the ball movement of Blazers that time. Swinging the ball left to right, side to side, getting ball and man moving at the same time, eventually ending with that made basket.
Right now, they're executing their half-court offense. Shot clock's down to 3 here.
Boy, Lepalam's really been a problem for Una on that low block. That time around, he tried to alter his attack. And this ball movement bench.
This is the outside shot by Marasigan. Earlier, the side of CSB Blazers. Una. Well, he's got the bulk.
Yeah.
The body. It really will give a lot of difficulties for those who are defending him. But of course, the problem continues as when it comes to shooting from the line for these two teams. Free throws here. San Sebastian is now 4 of 9. 2 of 5 on the other side for CSB Blazers.
Yeah, both shooting below 50%. But ironically, from the field goals, they're pretty decent at 50% and 40% respectively for the Stags and the Blazers.
Una missing both free throws.
Good dive right there by Lepalam.
Ball knocked out of bounds. 16 on the shot clock here.
Right.
CSB Blazers.
And it seems that the Blazers see that mismatch with Una on the low block against Lepalam, so they're trying to go at it. So we expect here most probably it's going to be a pin down for Prince and then a low block for Lepalam. But they didn't get to that.
How about that Euro step? Ande, tawag na pala ngayon dyan Pinoy step. Okay. 16-13 here for CSB. San Sebastian
nice
trying to tie the count with a 3.
And boy,
just checked in, si Castor, Oniel Castor.
Yep, and boy, how the game has really changed. Before, if you didn't take that shot that close, nilabas mo pa, ilalabas ka ng coach malamang. But now you really are trying to find that open man inside and out here. Ball swung from the shaded area to the top of the key for that straight-on 3. Beautiful boom on movement there by the Stags.
2 of 4 from beyond the arc here for San Sebastian Stags. All tied up at 16. 2.5 remaining. First period.
Little ball screen, that's that roll. Oh, what a footwork. Wow.
Step through basket.
It's really just amazing that players today get to pick that up. You know, you delay na second step.
Prince Carlos getting himself at the scoreboard with a beautiful move. CSB on top by 2.
Trying to get the shooter on that stagger to the top.
Well, how do you like that? A basket here for San Sebastian, all tied up again at 18. Foul's going to be called. Look at this, step through. Excuse me, makikiraan lang po.
Yeah. That second step is what really changes the direction, but this time Are trying to finish right through traffic.
Are ang sa inyo.
And so players today are really taught that once you see, especially on a man defense, once you see that low block is open and nobody's in there and you're the initial creator of the offense, you know, you can find that spot and go for a dribble drive.
So they always say be aggressive.
Yeah.
Inside 2 minutes here in the first period. A 1-point lead here for CSB Blazers. Got to change that score on your screens right now. This is 19-18. Yes, that's right. Thank you very much. San Sebastian orchestrating their half-court offense right here. Another shot from the outside. They got that touch from the outside. They've been missing a lot of free throws, though.
Yep. Well, you can actually tell that the Stags' offensive sets are really a work in progress. That time around should have been an automatic stagger, but they had to still call that out before that action came in.
3 of 5 from Rainbow Country here. CSB trying to answer right back the same way. There's going to be a foul here. Taking a look at this play once again. You can't get inside. Why not put it up from the outside? Bang!
Yeah. That really came off a corner stagger, lifting him up for that free attempt. This guy Lepalam has been a many-time member of the Blazers, along with Robin Ivan and Mix Ogson. I remember back in the days, they were very young when I covered them. But right now, these guys have really grown to be the leaders of the team. I remember we covered them back when Justin Gutang was still playing with them.
As they say, panahon.
Yeah.
Dumating na yung panahon nila.
Correct. A good skip pass.
A nice fake. Long two on its way. It doesn't drop. They got it back. Talking about being aggressive, but way out of control. 21-20 as we go into a timeout. 10 seconds of the shot clock here in San Sebastian when we return for more of Filoil EcoOil 16th Preseason Cup.
We are still coming to you live for the Filoil EcoOil 16th Preseason Cup. Ako po si Megan Cabrera, nag-uulat para sa labanan ng CSB kontra San Sebastian. After failing to claim a Final Four spot in the last season of the NCAA, we are going to catch a glimpse of the journey today of the revamped San Sebastian squad. According to their previous player and now assistant coach, Eric Duadles, it is the first time their team has also received this amount of support, so they want to really step it up for the coming NCAA season. They will treat the new developments in their team, new head coach, new system, and new lineup of players as their advantage to hopefully emerge as the dark horse of this league and the NCAA. Benji and Coach Mike.
Oh, thank you very much sa iyong pag-uulat.
Oh, yeah.
Cabrera. And when she mentioned actually the big support that San Sebastian is getting right now, well, we've heard some stories right now.
Yeah.
Somebody really influential.
Right.
21-20 as of the moment for San Sebastian. Can't knock down a jumper right there. Una. And ball will go back to CSB Blades.
And for the most part, the support that you're really getting outside of the actual basketball preparation, you know, speaks a lot of the expectations and the motivation of all the players, coaches, and the team members included.
Exactly. Philippines is mad crazy when it comes to basketball.
Right. That time around, the Stags going to a little triangle baseline out of bounds setup.
14 rebounds already for San Sebastian Stags. We got another chance here. Could have taken some steps. Indeed, traveling was called.
And Moyen, as much as Ari's been one of the guys that they are really trying to get something out of, he's been struggling on those last 3 possessions, and he's got to be able to come back to his groove for the Stags.
Right now, taking a look at this half-court offense by CSB Blazers. They have been out-rebounded here and outshot when it comes to shooting from beyond the arc.
A really good defense there by the Stags, but you got to close out with a rebound, though.
A good effort here.
Yeah.
On the part of Marasigan.
And they all checks in for the Golden Stars. The free throws, Felipe Marasigan.
Well, so far the Stags really able to stymie that last set for the Blazers, delaying them. Actually, the clock was winding down on them. But you have to be able to close out the defense with a defensive rebound, because otherwise that's going to be another opportunity for your opponent to score.
So all tied up. No, actually a 1-point lead here for the CSB Blazers. 22-21, 10 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Last shot here, San Sebastian firing away, long distance once again, can't hit it. And at the end of the first 10 minutes of play, they might have gone off to a jittery start, but able to shake it off right away and finding the range from the outside, especially San Sebastian College. How about this aerial voyage to the basket here for CSB Blazers? We have seen several things that have happened already. Nicely done for both teams. And somehow at the end of the first quarter, only a 1-point lead for the CSB Blazers.
Second quarter.
And welcome back. We now go into the second quarter of action. And welcome back here at the Filoil EcoOil Center in San Juan City on the first day, the opening day of Filoil EcoOil 16th Preseason Cup. CSB by 1. Outside shots have been clicking for San Sebastian, but CSB have been finding ways at close range, making good account of themselves when it comes to, well, not exactly, when it comes to shooting free throws, 6 of 11 for CSB, 4 of 10 in the first period for San Sebastian.
Well, that's been the struggle so far for both these teams, but San Sebastian shooting better from 3 at 42%, going 3 out of 7 versus that of 25% only for the Blazers.
When it comes to rebounding, it's +6 for San Sebastian. A total of 16. How about that close range? Tipo Masok, and right now, big man can dribble. So we're talking about Marasigan. I guess CSB is one of those schools who would really hate if they bring in ROTC again.
Yep. Oh, what a block right there by Una.
I mean, the hair.
Substitution. Big Suico checks in for Audio Castor. 7 seconds to shoot.
Suico enters the ball game here in the second period.
The same play right there. But that time, the Stags were more prepared trying to defend that. And so every time there's going to be at that sideline out of bounds, they're going to be, I guess, anticipating that alley-oop on the other end of the floor. So it's up for the Blazers to look for other options to get that possession in.
Trapping in the backcourt. Putting more pressure on the ball handler here. Are they going to be shooting from beyond the arc once again? They're trying to get themselves in a better position, but they're going to be called for a turnover as an offensive foul.
Yeah,
Suico was called for the offensive foul.
Yeah, it's actually moving on that screen, and so you have to be able to give a spot for the defender to land on you and not go to him instead.
Here's Marasigan.
Oh, what a cut, what a dive.
Sanko making that happen on Lepalam.
Yeah, yung familiarity ng mga Blazers with their kakampi, seeing that dive already. Sanko already had a shot, but he knew somebody was going to dive.
Chemistry.
Yeah. Blazers
their
now
favorite subjects in college. Something like that.
Actually, hindi ko siya gusto. I'd rather have physics.
Whatever works. So, taking a look at this. Play again.
Yeah. And that really happened because Una had to close out on that open 3 by Sanko. And so Lepalam, all he had to do was, that lane was open, got to go down and take it.
Go for the higher percentage.
Right.
So Disoyo will return to the floor here para San Sebastian, their team captain. As they're down by only 3 points, 24-21. CSB, although, is executing their offense once again. So take a look at Sanko right now, trying to get close to the basket, having some problems with his dribble. And San Sebastian clears the board.
Yeah, and it always seems like every time Blazers have an attempt, they actually always have that chance for an offensive rebound. So it's not that clean yung pag-claim ng defensive board nitong Stags.
Alasigan comes down the rebound here. First half action.
Oh, that's going to be a foul.
Una ba ni Una or pangalawa na?
I knew you were gonna do that. I knew you were gonna go there. Unang puntos niya ba yun ni Una?
I just wanted to find out.
Right.
14 on the shot clock. They lead by 3. CSB Blazers. Bumababa pa rin. Down to 5 right now. Touch pass. Nope. Play broken up. There's going to be a foul here on CSB.
Yeah, I think that's the twice or the third time that we've seen the Stags actually delaying the offensive set of the Blazers. This time around, they close it out properly. They got a steal out of it. Unlike yung kanina, na-offensive reboundan pa sila eh.
Kaya nga.
Yeah.
Well, alam mo naman yung mga coaches gagawa ng mga adjustments here.
Right.
They're basically seeing more than what we can see here.
Right.
Covering this game.
Especially itong dalawang teams na to will actually be meeting in the NCAA. The season starts in 4 to 5 months' time.
So if you're going to be facing, teams dun sa talagang season mo, di ba?
Yeah.
Tsaka yung talagang liga nila. Sinasabi nga natin, as De Soyo hitting another outside shot to tie the count at 24-all. It's exciting yun. Alam nila maghaharap sila eh. Parang scrimmage muna nila to. So kata ito.
Yeah.
And then one thing is for sure, in the regular season, when it comes once again, they're going to be facing each other.
And you see that one dribble pull-up right there, escaping the defense. Well, the Sawyers actually had a really good range. He shot one from the corner earlier. He's got another 3 on the other side of the wing. And so he's really got that in his arsenal. Oh, wow. Good defense there.
Inbound violation.
Yeah. You could almost tell really that the Stags, they're really starting to build out of the system of Coach John, because normally that would have been automatic counters to any defense that's given them. No, but they went to the corner. That corner was free. Just go to free spots where you can get the ball in. Oh, bad pass.
Ooh. Kala ko, favorite nila chemistry.
Physics rin pala.
Oo nga. Adesoyo. How about those handles, huh?
Right.
Adesoyo for San Sebastian.
A good setup there. But he's got to take the shot now.
Very patient, very patient. And bailed out with a foul and was called.
Tagging foul on number 9, Joshua Kahuko. That's his first personal foul. Second team foul for the Blazers. 14 on the shot clock.
That was Kahuko was called for the foul.
Oh, that's a travel.
Yun lang.
Yep.
Too fast for his own good that time, committing a turnover.
Shooting percentage is very low right now for both teams, shooting 34 and 32%, both coming up with 8 field goals so far out of 24 attempts.
See, Rex Gabat actually top scoring for San Sebastian with his 6 points. And they come up with a steal. And a counter steal? No, actually, held ball's going to be called here.
Well, Shanoda tried to get on a foot race. Fumbled that possession, so it'll be a Blazers ball.
Robbie Naive, take a look at him. He's done his part back in the first period. He's back in the ball game here. And trying to break this 24-all deadlock that we have right now.
Right,
outside shot.
That's just about the easiest way, Benji, to set up Migs Corteza for a 3. Horns play with the other big diving and Corteza rolling up. You see right there. There's that screen. And that pass to the top with Corteza, just straight line 3.
It's the third three-point shot made by CSB here in the first half. They're 3 of 13.
And Corteza so far has got, what, 6 points in the game?
Couple of big baskets for him, for one thing. 3-point lead.
There's that middle ball screen again for the Stags. A bad shot.
Soya was waiting for the whistle.
Yeah. Bad shot right there by Soya. Much as we harp about him being a really good offensive player, you got to find other options as well. But nahirapan siya because there was not much man movement on his teammates. So you have to force that shot.
Oh, over at the other side, they throw the ball away.
And Coach Charles just couldn't do anything. Good defense here by the Blazers from the back.
I don't know, after that season, di naman kaagad nag-practice din. Nagbakasyon pa rin itong mga ito. They have to undergo that. And right now, pangkalawang ito eh.
Right. And they've been joining other tournaments as well to try and, see how they respond to the different schemes of their opponents.
Pero kasi iba nga ito eh.
Iba talaga.
Kumbaga sa mga kanta to, greatest hits to.
Oh, correct.
NCAA,
That's right.
AP.
That's right.
Diba?
Right. It's
NCAA
actually
South, NCRAA,
correct.
na ASCU.
Right. Especially for the new players, bench, diba? This is the first time to be having this bright lights in this big gym to be playing preseason.
And not only that, the coaches have done their share. Also, have done some time as with regards to recruiting players.
Right. Exactly. That time, that was Shanoda recognizing that double on that initial handler. Dove, and he got that help low side. I think that was Prince Carlos that was charged for that foul.
Free throw shooting is 4 of 10 for San Sebastian. Now 4 of 11.
Well, Shanoda so far has got 4 points, 1 rebound to his name.
Split charities para kay Shanoda. We got a 2-point game, a 2-point lead for CSB.
Well, that's a travel, yeah. Kahukom caught with extra steps before he had to release that ball.
Goes right back to the bench for Kahukom after committing that turnover. And San Sebastian, the Stags, trying to grab back the lead, depending on how this offense is going to turn out, but they turn it over.
Yeah, they weren't able to clear that dribble handoff action as Blazers tried to blitz that DHO.
That was Pascual who made a mistake over at the side of the Stags.
Good setup here. Nice move. There's that. Sayang. Yeah.
Hesitation.
Yeah, and I love that action. The opposite wing going to the corner and the corner guy going flashing middle. You see the defense really trying to close out on any point of attack. Could have freed up si Cortez for another dive.
Sometimes decision making din eh.
Yeah.
Panira na.
Correct.
Naghahanap ka pa ng papasahan. There's just a 2-point game here. And San Sebastian could tie it up. That floater. Wala. Oh, steal. Almost. Blazers by 2. Blazers still by 2.
Now's a chance to get your run now. But wow. Blazers is really quick to get down on transition defense. Yeah, bilis.
The thing that really worked with San Sebastian was their outside shot back in the first quarter. They could not actually capitalize on those moments here in the second period as the Blazers finding who's available for the shot.
Yeah, we credit Corteza for that basket, but end-to-end, that really was Serrano with that good defense on the other end and that feed to Corteza on the low block.
And look at the way they're defending the ball handler here, double teaming. Inside, that's a nice play for San Sebastian.
Almost the same shot, but different finish there for the Stags, going over the outstretched arms of Serrano. Oh, wow.
Makes Corteza knowing with full confidence that he can make that basket after he absorbed the contact.
That was a difficult shot for Mix Corteza. And the defense was actually waiting in the shaded area on the high side. I was expecting him to swing, go baseline because that slot was open. But, you know, since he heard that contact, had to let go of that shot. Thankfully, that went in.
So Mix Corteza will be shooting a bonus free throw. Making sure about it that time. And now this is a 5-point lead for the Blazers.
Well, one player from Blazers that we don't have here is Will Gossom. Because I guess he's playing for the MPBL.
Yep.
Yeah.
Jacob Shanoda right away, getting some efficient moves towards the basket.
Oh, what defense right there. There you go.
Magic foul on number 12, Jacob Shanoda, penalty.
Penalty.
The third personal foul on Jacob Shanoda, substitution.
And Shanoda picking up his third here in the first half.
Yeah. Those are quick ones. Actually, he just finished with the basket. Now he gets to sit. He's been vital for the Stags so far, at least in the first half.
That's when we see him clicking, and all of a sudden he picks up his third right now. And now they're improving in their free throws on CSB. So it's 8 of 13 right now for them.
And they've already warmed up their veins for this game, and you just jinxed them.
Bigla ako nasabit eh.
Nasabit bigla.
Can they really hear us?
Yeah.
It is 4. Ano sa panig ng CSB? Oh! Was that an intentional? Or actually lost control of the basketball on the way up.
He just lost it.
But
Good
they got
steal.
it back.
Yeah.
Are right now. Good move.
There you go.
2 minutes.
Nagsagutan na.
Prince Carlos not wanting to be outdone by Are. That was a strong drive by Are, but strong finish too.
So Di Mayuga with some pressure in the backcourt after making a basket.
Yeah.
Are was been called for the foul.
Yeah. When that possession's still in the backcourt, kita mo very active and aggressive itong Benil din. And so the Stags need to be able to counter that because they can't afford those types of turnovers.
Last 2 minutes natin, biglang humataw itong dalawang teams.
Correct.
Now this is the largest lead in the ball game, enjoyed by the Blazers, 38-31, up by 7. They're trying to cut that lead down. They had the right intention, just a bad execution.
Both these teams now accounting for 20 turnovers, 10 apiece.
Wow.
And you know these are things you want to address, especially as you head to your mother leagues. And then, the player's down on the floor.
Offensive foul.
Isoyo? No. Was it Are?
Si Are. Si Prince Carlos ang tinamaan. Niya si Are.
Let's see that. Oh,
he lost control of his dribble. That's why.
Lost it. Oh, there's a hit on the face, yeah. Inadvertent, though.
It's a 7-point lead for CSB. Still a 7-point lead for them. Here they go in transition. And a nice finish and one.
And that's what you love with Mix Corteza. He can run the floor, do that rim run. And once he gets it, he makes really good decisions right here. Saw that defense commit, had to let that go, and you go and take that basket in.
If you're going to be sizing up the situation at that time, parang kay Mix Corteza, he could have taken the shot himself.
Yeah. But Di Mayuga also did a good job of running the lanes, sensing that 2 versus 1 advantage for the Blazers.
So bonus free throw. And it's now a double-digit lead for the CSB Blazers with 72 seconds remaining in the first half. San Sebastian will need to talk things over. You are watching the Filoil EcoOil 16th Preseason Cup.
Watching the 16th Filoil EcoOil Preseason Cup, presented by Filoil EcoOil, Haynes, BDO, Holden, the official team, Reyes Quantity, Akani, Carlos Beach, Sportsville, the official partner, Action Spread. Starting May 2023, we will have the game one-on-one game for the hardcourt, presented by Haynes.
Back here in this contest, we're still in the first half, 72 seconds remaining. The largest, the biggest lead being enjoyed here by the CSB Blazers over the San Sebastian Stags. 41-31. Coach Mike, what happened here? What's the big turnaround here?
Well, better shot percentages. The hit rates from their attempts are really much better. Earlier, they were shooting below 30%. Now they're shooting 43%, going 14 out of 32. While the Stags continue to be at 34%. And that's really been the conversion, the factor that led them to this lead.
Possessions. I can remember it was a +6 on rebounds for San Sebastian when we ended the first 10 minutes of play. But here, they're just basically, a lot of catch-up that happened here. Para sa College of the Blazers, actually 21 rebounds na +1 na lang San Sebastian.
Ang importante pa doon is most of these rebounds of the Blazers actually coming from the offensive. They got 10 points out of second chance of misses. And then yung point in the paint nila, it's 20 versus 12. 8-point disparity kaagad yun, especially on those dives. No? Now that we're talking about, players shooting threes, the Blazers going the other way around. They're going to the paint.
Well, Kit Baroga just made 2 free throws to cut down the lead of College of St. Benilde. And there's that rebound by Kit Baroga. So the Soya executing the offense right now for San Sebastian. Outside shot. Nanlamig na sila dyan. Pero they got another rebound here. Offensive rebound. The Soya's turn to shoot from the outside. Still another offensive rebound here for San Sebastian, but still can't buy a basket.
Like what they always say, Bench, not all takers are makers. So, if you take your shot as a player, you have to make sure to be working on efficiency, but because you can't just keep hoisting shots, especially point blank, you have to be able to make it. Then so at the end of the day, even coaches would say that you can have all the best ball and man movement in the world, but the end of it, it's got to be a made shot. So if you don't make the shot, wala, parang ang pangit ng offense mo kasi hindi mo mabasket.
And especially from what we have experienced when we were younger. Habang hindi po mapasok yan, mas nakakapagod yan.
Correct. Because you keep on battling for the possession. Oh, wow. Good defense right there.
An offensive foul on Are has been called here. Yeah,
because I think was it Miguel Oxon who closed out that sideline, prevented them, he had to ward off.
Well, they just started that over, I think. No foul, no mention of any foul. There's the whistle. Yeah, that's really a foul that's going to be called laban sa San Sebastian. This time, sure na yan, Are.
Right.
Penalty pa sila.
Yeah, and this guy right here, Di Mayuga, he's made some pretty good decisions offensively. He's been aggressive when it comes to making shot attempts. And you kind of can tell that this guy's, I guess, a natural scorer for the Blazers.
But not a natural free throw shooter.
Oh, yeah. We gotta work on that too. But ang sarap nung coach ka na may player ka na kaliwete, it's parang kontra-tempo in yung point of attack for right-handed defender especially. There's that press again.
Naitawid naman. Una lines up the three. No. Nice. No! I thought it was going to be a nice finish here for Big Scortesa.
Yeah, lucky for Una, he didn't get called for that foul. Scortesa was going for that penetration.
So 12 seconds remaining. Robbie Naive is back on the floor para sa CSB Blazers. So far, this is the largest lead in the game. Scortesa.
Got enough time.
Aabot ba? Oh, he fumbles.
Oh, wow.
2 quarters have already happened. This is the first day, the opening day of the Filoil EcoOil 16th Preseason Cup. College of St. Benil Blazers versus San Sebastian. It's a 10-point lead for the College of St. Benil Blazers, 43-33. All right, the 10-point lead being enjoyed by the College of St. Benil Blazers at the expense of San Sebastian College Stags as we end the first 2 quarters of play here. It was snip and tuck when we started this ball game, and those outside shots were really clicking for San Sebastian, especially in the first 10 minutes of action. Well, of course, they were having their way, and somehow it has turned out to be cold when they re-entered the second quarter of action. Some of those things that were actually moving well, those players, and attacking the baskets for CSB Blazers. Benji Santiago, Coach Mike Perez, how do you figure out what happened in the first 20 minutes of action?
Well, both teams are actually getting the same number of attempts, but it's really the Blazers getting better at the field goal percentage, 41% for the Blazers as opposed to just 30%. And rebounds almost the same, 24-26. But I think what really mattered for the Blazers is that they're getting more offensive rebounds than that of the Stags. Assists almost the same, 9 and 7. Turnovers almost the same as well. But one of the staggering stats that we're seeing is that points in the pinch. It's 20 versus 12 favor Blazers, 10 versus 3 for second chance points as well. And they got 15 points out of the free throws, out of 20 attempts. Speaking of the Blazers, and the Blazers able to go back on the defensive side for transition plays, preventing any fast breaks and just giving them 2 points of fast break. Samantalang ito namang Stags, medyo kailangan bilisin pa yung pagbaba dahil pinayagan nila mag 11 points sa fast break itong Blazers.
Lessening those turnovers is also going to be a major concern for these two teams. And it's 43-33. College of St. Benil by 10. And we'll return with the second half of action. Welcome back here at the Filoil EcoOil Center in San Juan City for the continuation of the Filoil EcoOil Preseason Cup happening here on its 16th year already, and we got this game covered for all of you. San Sebastian Stags going up against College of St. Benil Blazers, and a 10-point lead for the Blazers. Benji Santiago with Coach Mike Perez and Coach Megan Cabrera at courtside. We'll hear from her, especially from the two coaches coming off Well, actually coming out of the dugout. And this we provide you with our coverage here, streaming Facebook page ng Filoil EcoOil Preseason and also Smart Sports. And how about this?
Well, quick setup there for top of the Keith basket for Baroga, and a little bit more aggression here defensively for the Stags.
Let's just say hello to some of the people who are actually joining us for the stream. Like Ralph Bahon, there's also John Paul Binag Maguliano, and Go-Go Team Bastek. Yun ang sinasabi ni Joseph Habil, o Josephine Habil, Tricia Liaguno, Alonso Cruel. Ayan, and maraming mga katanungan pa rito.
I know, Benji, in as much as this is a preseason for the teams, it's also a preseason for our viewers. So for them to get to, practice their comments and their support for their respective teams and schools.
And also the familiarity that they are going to have, especially for some of the new recruits, lalo na itong San Sebastian. They have a new coach pad by John Calios. And here they go. They're off to a real hot start here in the third period, as they have managed to cut down the once upon a time 10-point lead of the Blazers.
But so far in the early possessions of the start of the quarter, Stags really showing much better defense, a little bit more of aggression, trying to push them on the side and trying to make them very uncomfortable. Look at this shot, top of the key.
Baroga made the basket earlier to kick off things here in the third period, pero siya rin etong just the previous call, offensive foul.
Right.
So CSB Blazers taking care of business, especially in the second period. Some trapping. Oh, it's a penalty violation.
Right, and Coach John now turning to a half-court diamond set on a 1-2-1-1, trying to stymie the offensive sets and trying to slow them down offensively because they can't afford those points in the paint anymore. But I think defensively, one key that they got to go back to is to be able to defend, because they allowed them to get 11 points on a fast break.
Here's the Sawyer trying to get close to the basket. Kicks it out. They shoot a three. Nope.
Here comes that run again by the Blazers.
It's Cortesa forced to kick it out.
Boy, if I'm Coach John Colliers, I'm going to love how they're defending now. Little more deflections, making them get to spots na hindi sila ganun ka-komportable tumira.
Had the right idea. There was an open look for De Soyo. Still can't find the hole. If you want to change, Makoy Marcos making a long-distance shot.
And you can't allow him to have that much space to take that shot. And Marcos got that range from the outside, and we've seen that from him. Wow, good pass.
Yeah, maganda yung execution.
Yeah, Felibrigo actually doing a good read. Did not use that stagger. Instead went baseline because he saw that top side being blocked off.
Settled with an outside shot. Not happening.
All right, look at the defense of the Blazers, immediately covering any initial attack by the Stags.
Shot clock down to 6. Defensive rebound by Una. And he gets fouled in that rebound play.
That time around, Turco got out-rebounded by Una. Now na si Una dun sa spot na yun to get that offensive rebound.
Turco natawagan ng foul.
And I'm sure Coach John would want to get into their point of attack a little bit more faster. Unlike kanina, bumababa na yung shot clock eh. Oh, good pass.
And a better defensive job here for the CSB Blazers. Oh, behind the back.
There's
fancy.
Yeah, there's no way that behind the back is going to right through the defense of the Stags. That spot was too crowded for anyone to receive that behind the back.
Kung umubra, kung lumusot, ayos.
Oh.
Problem is,
Hindi.
7-point game, 7-point lead for CSB Blazers. San Sebastian wanting to really get closer this time. And another shot block here. Rim protector for CSB, but he got hit somewhere in the midsection.
That's his third personal foul.
Yeah.
Second team foul for the Blazers.
And that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, Turco a little bit late on that defense because the Blazers were looking at that staggered action on the weak side, but instead that attack went on the baseline, trying to reject that screen on the side ball screen. Shanoda doing a good job.
He's got 3 personal fouls. It's a risk not to bring him in here in the third period.
Yeah.
Because he could pour in the points also. That's what we have seen for the first 20 minutes of action.
And so
Splitting his charities, getting an offensive rebound.
Oh,
this is what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
the
exactly.
value of Shanoda, his presence.
Right. That's what we were mentioning also. They got to be able to get those offensive boards. And that time, Shanoda, the shooter always knows where that ball's going to go. A good presence of mind there for Shanoda.
Shanoda. He knows.
We got to work on the free throws too.
But they're getting on those offensive rebounds.
Right. Another possession here for the Stags.
Are.
Oh, wow. And how about Shanoda offering his body for screens on the side ball screen, the middle ball screen? We saw Desoyo up, gave that screen, but Desoyo able to make that finish difficult.
And one play. Para sa San Sebastian. They're playing catch up. Don't look now. They're just down by 2.
Yeah.
Could be down to only 1.
Yeah.
If Desoyo can hit this bonus free throw.
Oh boy,
Can't hit it.
those free throws continue to be a struggle here.
But this makes for a very interesting third period here. Para sa San Sebastian. This was once a 10-point lead.
Right.
Let's go Tessa. Ikot ang bola.
Good
shot
swing.
clock winding down. 8 seconds. Nothing.
No, that
Got
one
it
you
back.
can
Yun
afford.
lang.
Yeah, that's what we were saying also earlier. You cannot afford to be out positioned especially on the offensive board. Because you're able already to make them get a shot that they didn't want. But you have to finish with that rebound.
Galing din pumosisyon si Mix Cortesa.
And Mix Cortez, as much as he missed that free throw, continues to be the leading scorer. He's the only one in double digits. He's got 12. And Shanoda with those points early in this quarter, already with 9.
Split charities then para sa CSB Blazers. 47-44 right now is our count here in the third period, favoring Blazers.
That's really one of the reasons kung bakit mababa itong fast break points ng Stags, because of that full court pressure by the Blazers, preventing them to get into any early offense at all.
In and out to that shot by Desoyo. Ball last touched by Sanko.
They go to their usual triangle setup. You'll expect that back pick for Shanoda.
Ladies and gentlemen, the College of St. Martin Blazers will utilize the coach's challenge at the 5-minute and 37 mark of the third quarter. All players please proceed to their...
So we get a coach's challenge here, huh? As of now, it's 47-44 for CSB Blazers. Taking a look at this play right here.
Shot went out. Oh, they felt that right arm of Una. Was the one, the last deflection before it went out.
May katwira.
Yeah, you got a point.
Of course, we're just waiting for the official announcement here.
Yeah. And you love yung introduction of this rule, even at the college level. But somehow yung momentum yun lang nawawala minsan yung momentum. It slows down the game. But you got to make the right call too.
I'm pretty sure Coach Jolly pa, the commissioner.
Oh yeah.
knows his thing about this.
Correct. And I guess, you know, apart from the three-point shot, it's also this one of the things that's evolved in the game of basketball.
Kung itong laban na ito, NCAA teams, next, UAAP teams naman tayo.
And boy, that's got a different storyline too. You got UP going up against FEU, Coach Deno, now the head coach of FEU.
Yan, binabanggit nga natin, Coach Jolipa.
Right. I mean, you talk about Philippine basketball, you cannot mention the name of Coach Jolipa.
Dahil pag hindi mo siya na-mention, alam mo na kung ano babanggitin mo.
Ibig sabihin kulang yung knowledge mo pagdating sa game. It's either you're too young or you don't know your basketball history.
Yes, true.
The challenge was unsuccessful.
Challenge unsuccessful.
Time out, St. Benil Blazers.
So we get a timeout on the floor right now. CSB Blazers will still have the defend when we come back with more of the action for Filoil EcoOil 16th Preseason Cup.
Working towards building chemistry. At this point, the players have full trust in their coaches and their system, and at the same time, their coaches also trust and empower their players to bring out their game. So they want to focus on committing to the small details of discipline that adds up to hopefully bring them together and bring them all the way to a championship. Benji and Coach Mike.
All right, thank you very much, Megan Cabrera at courtside.
14
Telling us
seconds on
what
the shot
has
clock.
happened and how these two teams are actually have got new plans, strategy here in the second half of this ball game. At saka kita mo, championship na kagad na pinag-uusapan, ang layo na ng tingin.
Well, really, that's the ultimate goal of any school for that matter, especially in college ball. You know, you always expect to be out there competing.
Kaya nga, para saan ka pa nag-compete?
Yeah.
If you're not going to be taking a look at the bigger picture, as they say.
Right. And meantime, Shanoda getting called for his fourth personal. Again, transition defense, got to be faster going back for the Stags.
Yan lang, magkakaproblema sila dyan. 49-44, CSB holding off San Sebastian somehow. They led by as much as 10 points. It's a totally different story that San Sebastian wants to tell us here in the third period.
Good roll. Oh, too tight a pass. Yeah.
Medyo sa likod din kasi.
Yeah.
Dribbling violation.
Dribbling violation. Think about what to do before you get control of the basketball.
And he was so tempted. Sobrang free kasi niya. Kasi Are from the backcourt tried to steal. He gambled. He lost Are. In front court, halos walang tao sa front harap niya. You know?
Pero okay pa. Pakiti-ngiti lang si Coach Charles. Outside shot. Can't knock it down. They got it back. Another offensive rebound here for San Sebastian. Suico.
They already got, what, 3 offensive rebounds in this quarter. Much better than how they started in the first half.
They got to have more possessions because they're still trailing in this ball game. Just down by 4 right now. Another opportunity. The sandwich defense sa CSB. Bumalik pa rin ang bola. San Sebastian.
Not enough man movement here for the Stags. Yeah. Everybody standing around waiting for the creator to finish. Oh!
Yeah, tinatawag na. Patient offense.
Sometimes it really boils down to the skill set and the shot making of the player with the ball, especially with the clock winding down. Look at this one. Everybody kept sagging. Two of them actually sagged off. He said, I'm going to take it from here.
Parang ang daming nagre-react na natatagalan na, no? Naiinip na. Just a 1-point lead for CSB.
Oh, nice ball movement.
An opportunity for San Sebastian to grab back the lead here, to take the driver's seat.
Una trying to seal right there against Cortez. I didn't get it. Just really taking too much time developing the maturity of their offense, Benji.
I know. Parang ang tagal mag-isip, ano? Ang tagal dumiskarte.
Yeah. And that happens, especially if you're a rebuilding team, you know, using a new system. You got to be able to be familiar with the different adjustments on the different point of attacks and the nuances.
I mean, it's okay to read the play, you know, especially the defense, the opponent. Well, Mix Corteza right now could add up to his points here in this ball game. Nag-improve na ba mga free throws nila? Or still the same? They're struggling.
Yeah.
Pero a little improvement para sa CSB Blazers.
60% na sila, right?
Yeah. Sinabi nga ni Mix Corteza, you are right.
Finally, a couple of made free throws.
So Coach Bonnie Garcia is helping out,
Yeah.
Itong si John Callios, Coach John Callios sa Sebastian. Oh, sorry, miss, but they got it back. Another offensive rebound for San Sebastian.
Yeah, I feel Ares got the right thing in mind to be attacking that paint, especially going middle. But he's got to be able to variate that. Most of the attacks that he's done really is going middle with that left-hand dribble. Got to find some way to try and swing it over to the right side.
2 free throws, Rafael.
Ara at the line right now. One more for Are. There's over 3 minutes remaining here in the third period. Gets the second one to go down. And now it's just a 2-point lead for CSB, 52-50.
And that half-court diamond press continues for the Stags.
Makes Corteza too deep underneath.
Offensive rebound. Good thing they were able to control it.
Gang rebounding ginagawa ng San Sebastian.
Correct, yeah. Kasi mahirap na si Corteza nandun eh.
Exactly. They might be at a disadvantage pagdating sa size,
Right.
no?
Even Sank was that big.
Oh, offensive rebound na naman.
Yeah.
That's San Sebastian.
Long shots lead to long rebounds, and so you need to have your guards from the outside to be able to close out.
No, look now. Penalty na bigla. Oh,
yeah.
Rebound, Benilde. So they have managed to claw and crawl back into this ball game.
But their free throws continue to be a struggle right now. They're what?
9 of 20 na yan.
Yeah, 9 of 20. As opposed to 16 of 25.
Despite of the fact that they're just down by 2.
Yeah, they're just down by 2 points. That's right. And so, you know, you address that and you get better transition defense, you know, this could go your way.
Mix Corteza has to sit down, has to get some breather here.
Press is on again.
Foul underneath.
Pushing foul on number 3, Nico Aguilar, penalty.
Well, the Blazers actually doing the right thing, trying to get into that trap, and once that double comes in, to release that rock.
Both of them in penalties, so free throw shooting. Every time there's going to be a referee's whistle to call a foul. 2.5 remaining here in the third period. Knocking down free throws, trying to improve in that department. Actually, it speaks for these two teams. But there would be free throws again.
Yeah. And I like that pace of the Stags actually testing the defensive stance and open floor of the Blazers. They had the right thing in mind. That spot was open. Tried to claim it. Gabat so far's got 9 points bench.
Yeah, pero matagal-tagal na yan na 9 eh.
Yeah, he's been silent for quite a while.
He led San Sebastian in points back in the first half. But this time he made sure about those 2 free throws, trying to get himself very much involved in this ball game. Once again, almost coming up with a steal.
21 seconds on the shot clock.
54-53.
Right now on the floor, Nico Aguilar, one of the veteran guys of the Stags. Yeah, he's actually talking to his teammates.
Shot clock down to 10 for CSB.
Yeah, good stop there by Una.
The 3 that won't drop. Offensive
Oh, wow.
rebound. Marasiga puts it up, puts it in.
And the thing is, there were 3 Stags players inside the shaded area. Nobody bothered to box out. Everybody's just too busy. This guy right here, Marasiga, able to jump from behind and steal it.
Always finding ways. CSB Blazers. They may just be protecting not exactly the kind of lead that they had earlier, but still finding ways to still outplay San Sebastian. As now they have a 4-point lead, 57-53.
Noxon and Marasigan almost looking like twins from afar.
Exactly.
Those long hair.
I gotta be careful.
Yeah.
Avoid the deception of long hairs.
Yep. Oh, good.
That's a big basket for Rafael Are.
Yeah, good setup by the Stags, coming off a stagger screen for Are. Oh, wow.
Yun lang. Well, he got the attention si Tuico.
Yeah.
Nakashoot pa para rito sa panig ng CSB Blazers. The floater.
Una got to put it up.
Una kicks it out. They want a big basket. They got a big basket.
Well, that spot on the floor from beyond, it's been pretty friendly para dito sa Stags. They get hit already twice, same spot.
Look now. Sasabihin ko pala na tabla na tayo. No, not exactly.
Oh, look at that.
Biglang yun naman ang sinabi.
He tried to, tried to go over the screen and they were on a drop coverage. And that was Baroga late on that stop. He was actually anticipating a dribble penetration by Ogson, but just stopped for that straight on 3.
And how do you like that? A 4-point play has just been completed by CSB Blazers, courtesy of Biggs Ogson. 63-59 right now. They take a 4-point lead. Less than a minute remaining here in the third.
There you go.
The basket for Nico Aguilar of San Sebastian.
Yeah, they got to find Nico Aguilar, score more on those spots. Good penetrate on that hop step.
Marasigan can't knock it down. Offensive rebound also here for CSB Blazers, but don't look now on the attack. Are, drop pass.
Good drop.
And the basket.
For James
Una.
Good drop right there by Are. Foot race and the drop.
That's his first personal foul.
Here comes the bonus free throw right now para kay James Una. 63-all chance to grab back the lead rather for CSB Blazers.
Yeah, they need more of those scenarios. Defensive rebound, push that ball on the other end.
And completes the 3-point play. So, ano na tayo? Lead change na tayo rito. San Sebastian now up 1.
And Stags also could have the final say, Benji, at the turn of the quarter.
Well, there's about 3-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock here for CSB Blazers. After a 4-point play earlier, then hitting a 3. Oh, James Una did not knock it down.
Wow.
What sequence have we seen here in the final 2 minutes of the third period?
62-64.
Lead, a big lead that has gone down. Tie ball games, big baskets, one after the other, offensive rebounds, and from deep. Yeah. What a show, what a game. And there's still more to come. We still have 10 minutes. So much to see here between San Sebastian and Benilde. We'll come back with more.
Presented by
As it turned out, it was a real fine and so good a quarter for San Sebastian College, playing catch-up, down by as much 10 as we open up the second half, but things have turned around and really working wonders in their favor in the third period, as now they have this lead 66-64 over CSB Blazers.
Yeah, they actually did better in the rebounding department in the third quarter, out-rebounding the Blazers 44-33, and the more important thing, their second chance points much better now than the Blazers 15 versus 13.
Now, chance to tie. And that's going to be a shooting foul here for San Sebastian. Ali has been very aggressive.
Oh yeah, and I like that he's pushing that pace of the game for the Stags. You got to be able to do that, and so to catch the defense of the Blazers on a catch-up mode. And he's got that speed too to get to the front court, and he can finish.
Where the ball is, he's right there.
Yeah. And they got huge lifts from Gabat and Shanoda.
Well, Rex Gabat actually wanting to bring back what he was able to offer for his team back in the early goings.
And these Stags are actually, you know, as much as they are rebuilding, they also are getting players from different spots in the country. And one of them happens to be Leonard Velasco, number 24 for the Stags, was brought in by Georgia Nunez from the Muntinlupa area, right around where I come from, and they've been the ones supporting Leonard in this run for the Stags under Coach John Callios, and so shout out to you, Georgia Nunez.
Right. Interesting to know that. We got a 1-point game. Walk into the fourth quarter. Benji Santiago here, Coach Mike Perez, Megan Cabrera at courtside here at the Filoil EcoOil Center in San Juan City. But this has turned out to be a very interesting ball game. For a little while there, we thought CSB had got this thing in the bag already, leading by as much as 10 points, but it's a totally different story here in the second half.
Well, right now I guess they're playing with a little bit more of purpose, especially on the board part. You got to be able to control that glass.
Grabe. Tied up. Chance to take the lead. San Sebastian. Are. Hard off the glass. CSB Blazers got to get back the composure here. Oh, nice fake.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yun lang. Hindi alam kung ano gagawin. Oh, he got it back. Ayaw pa rin.
Oh, no.
Wow. Ang gulo na ng play na yun.
Yeah, and Nico Aguilar couldn't do anything because there are just too many Blazer white shirts in front of him.
Arke just gave the CSB Blazers a 2-point lead.
But you like the activity of the Stags. even on misses.
And yung pagbalik sa depensa, they'll give him that shot.
You can't afford that. You can't afford to let them take those shots. Those are just warm-up shots, especially for Robin Ibe. This guy's very experienced.
All right, welcome back. 8 minutes and 3 seconds here in the fourth. It's long ways to go. CSB Blazers, biglang bumalik.
Yeah.
Yung kaninang momentarily, especially in the third quarter, parang nawala yung focus. But right now, they have managed to get it back. And they have this 5-point lead, 71-66.
Lalo na towards the latter part of the third quarter, it was a game of runs. Up at this point, this time it's a run by CSB.
That's what we're talking about. They almost gave away some points there for CSB. Etong San Sebastian, up and under. Naghahanap ng foul. Nico Aguilar right now. That's going to be an easy one.
Shinoda's gonna challenge that because he's already got 4. So he just lets that go.
Mark Sanko just scored on a layup for CSB. They have the 7-point lead.
Yeah, that's just easy layup there for Sanko. I mean, in a different situation, Shinoda would have challenged that. And he's got 4.
Oh, off the inbound. Sabi nga natin Greg Scabat wanting to prove that what he started, he can finish.
Right.
Here for San Sebastian.
Now you got to push it now.
73-68, CSB by 5.
Right, look at all 5 white shirts down on defense.
Alex De Soya, sige, check kayo sa ilalim, dito lang ako.
And that was the right shot, you know, as he was trying to dribble, just a little push shot going glass.
One possession game here, and a steal.
Good.
Yes. San Sebastian. Una underneath, failing actually to get a decent shot up, but they got it back.
Yeah. And I'm sure that those are one of the things that Coach John's going to be working with Una to be able to finish in the shaded area as he did now.
James Una making up for it, actually. Great play there. Shanoda making that happen for Una. 1-point game. And one here. Turco, right place at the right time, knowing what to do with the basket, especially at close range.
And they've been milking that spot on the bigs. Una actually tried to help out on that middle drive by Robin Ive, but somebody's got to drop down and cover on the other big guy. Nobody right there on Sanko, and that's why he's on the free throws now.
We've heard this several times. Size does matter.
Yeah, especially if it's a smaller guy that's guarding you in the paint.
And now improving on their free throws. Both teams actually here in the second half.
At saka nagpapahirap ng laro ngayon. I mean, if you're tall and you have guard skills, you can actually play outside. So the little guy has to be more aggressive and he's got to be more crafty in defending against the bigger guys out in the area. Yeah. And I'm sure that's one note that Coach John Carlos is gonna put in this post-game talk with the guys. You know, the effort's there, but we gotta be able to do a little better on some aspects of the game.
A Lipalam foul results in these 2 free throws for San Sebastian. Oh. Is this a lane violation or a foul?
I think that's a lane violation right there. And that extra action by Shinoda.
Kaya ngayon nga eh. Sabi ka, alam ba, lane violation or foul?
Yeah. He just popped him on that lower lip. That's Harke? Yeah.
So they're reviewing that piece of action.
Ball was still in the hands of the free throw shooter.
Weird guy.
And everybody entered, but boy, that.
I mean, may lane violation. Problem is, nag-iwan ka ng chicken wings eh.
Yep.
Na souvenir eh. Let's take a look at this one more time. Hawak pa yung mag-free throw.
Yeah.
Pero ang dami na nangyari bago niya na-release yung bola.
And he didn't. I feel that he didn't need to do that, especially with him having 4 fouls. Remember kanina sa drive ni Sanko, hindi na nga niya sinabayan because he doesn't want to get his 5th. And Shinoda's been a guy that's produced well. He's got, what? I think he's got 9 points for the Stags.
Talaga eh.
Yeah, it's there. So, what we're trying to figure out here was that whistle for the lane violation or was that for that foul?
Remember, Shinoda has 4, right?
Yeah. And Shinoda's got 9 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. You know, they need him on the floor. Ooh.
Abay, kanina pa nasasaktan si Harke. Paulit-ulit niya, no?
And it's actually Harke. I mean, he didn't sell it. It was actually a strong elbow. He wasn't selling it.
Mahirap kasi pagka dito sa lip area eh.
Yeah.
Dito nagkakaroon ng muscle eh.
Oh. Pagka namaga, no?
No matter how many kissing exercises you have to undergo, there's never going to be muscles on those lips. Diba?
I remember when I was younger, we were playing in our cousin's place. Alam mo yung bubuyo, kinagat ako dito sa grabe. It was almost 2 weeks bago nawala.
Kung may girlfriend man ito si Harke, holding hands lang muna kayo for the next 3 days siguro.
Take it from Sir Benji.
What do you mean? I'm gonna take care of his girlfriend first, or
I don't think that's gonna happen.
76-73 CSB Blazers.
And Coach Jolo pa always in the middle of things, you know.
Mahirap nga kasi, tawagan mo ba? Yeah.
There you go.
There is a lane violation.
Okay.
Unsportsmanlike foul on number 12, Jacob Shinoda for act of violence. Number 12, Jacob Shinoda, 5 fouls.
That's it.
Yeah, he fouls out of the game. Si Shinoda.
Yeah.
Unsportsmanlike yan. So CSB Blazers possession. Diba?
And I'm sure if
free throws pa.
Correct. This was, I think, because of the technical, no?
Okay na. Dahil, so si Filibrico taking the technical free throw.
And they swing over to the other end, yeah.
2 free throws for Cedric Harker.
Kinukompleto lang yung free throw.
Yeah.
Pero, what did I see? Pero may lane violation eh.
There was a lane violation, so he didn't get to take the free throw. So he has to make that second free throw. He made that second free throw. This one's for the technical.
So the lane violation was called on CSB.
14 seconds on the shot clock.
So ball possession here para sa panig ng CSB Blazers. Hanging on to a 2-point lead. Plenty of time here, 6 minutes in this ball game.
Who knows, this could be a spark for the Stags to respond with Shinoda going out.
But somebody has to step up for him to be in his shoes. But for one thing, see Alex De Soyo has been doing pretty well, although he missed that floater. They got another offensive
This
rebound.
one's a good three. Ooh.
Another offensive rebound for the Stags. Plenty of possessions.
Side ball screen here.
Tire take the lead.
Oh.
There you go, Alex De Soyo.
Well, twice De Soyo has done that attack, going the lane side, this time rejecting that screen.
Time for some great decision makers here for San Sebastian. 77-76 CSB, hanging on to a 1-point lead. Is De Soyo once again trying to find space, trying to find his open teammate. Can't knock down the three. And CSB Blazers dodging a bullet right there.
Yeah, but the Blazers not switching defensively. They're sticking to their man.
Contessa lost it momentarily.
10 seconds on the shot clock, 10 seconds to shoot.
So just a tap out here, 10 seconds to shoot for CSB Blazers. Shot clock down to 4 right now. No way, says the San Sebastian Stags right now. It's still trying to take the lead. Una. Masyado malalim.
Yeah.
Balls loose. De Soyo, Juan Embuelo. Where is he going to go with that one?
Ugly possession there for the Stags.
Yeah, that is really traveling. Okay.
Ugly possessions both ends of the floor. Again, the offense of the Stags getting too late to set it up.
Another opportunity here para sa panig na San Sebastian to take the lead. Makoy Marcos pumalit kay Harke for CSB Blazers.
So they're trying to hunt the most probable receiver here.
Backward pressure.
Yeah.
Are. Now De Soyo has it. De Soyo firing long distance.
Oh, wow. And you can't go under that screen kasi may tira to sa labas si De Soyo, so you have to stay attached to him.
Lamang na muli ang San Sebastian, up by 2, 79-77. What a ball game this has turned out to be. 3 minutes to enjoy it for all of us.
Yeah. And San Sebastian's always wanting that hit on that two-man game on the defender because they want to free up their scorers. Because if you have your screeners to be scorers as well, that's going to be a slip. It's for them to score. Kaya ka nag-slip. Same play right there. Couldn't get it to.
5-second inbound violation.
The Stags.
Oxon making that mistake.
Yeah.
Costly, huh?
Yep. And Stags starting to build something here.
Yes, that's right. They were down by as much as 10 entering the second half. San Sebastian now up by 2. Are. Baseline jumper that goes in.
Well, Ari right there making something out of nothing because the spacing on that middle ball screen wasn't that clear.
And CSB having a hard time trying to find bottom of the hole.
Gotta push it up.
81-77. San Sebastian almost. San Sebastian. Are. Stop and pop.
Ooh.
Connects.
Boy, what a time to hit your middies.
Are and De Soyo.
Yeah.
The backcourt men para rito sa panig na San Sebastian Stags doing the damage here, making a comeback and trying to really increase their lead, up by 6 right now.
Game time.
Cortez.
And so we continue. 2 minutes and 56 remaining. And 6-point lead being enjoyed right now by San Sebastian. Talk about a story that has gone the other way so far. It's Big Oxon right now. A must-score situation for CSB and still finding not exactly the bottom of the net.
Execution now is going to be key here for the Stags. And defense has to be a stop here for the Blazers.
Soyo is feeling it! Soyo, Are.
Yeah.
They're the go-to guys right now for San Sebastian. Big Oxon missing the outside shot. Trying to keep it alive. San Sebastian right now. That's going to be an easy layup.
Don't look now. This is an 11-point double-digit advantage for the Stags, Benji.
Last 2 minutes.
Let's see.
For Miguel
Corteza hitting a big basket. And just a single-digit deficit na hinahabol ngayon ng CSB Blazers.
Yeah. And with a 3-point shot in there, that's still very much makeable here for the Blazers.
Here's Soyo. Using up the clock here. Time management here for San Sebastian. The three on his wow. That's what I'm talking about. Are de Soyo. You just go to between these two guys, you just have to.
Yeah. And the thing is, they're shooting it with so much confidence, off balance, you know. It's not a standstill thing. It's on the move. Look at that.
In the zone.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, these two guys, these two backcourt men from San Sebastian, for Coach John Calios.
And ramdam mo na he wanted that shot kasi once he gathered and lifted, got that ball, he actually had the dribble penetrate still as an option, but he really wanted that three.
A big turnaround here in the second half. It's San Sebastian. CSB is not yet over. That's what they're telling themselves here. Only if they can actually get possessions. Soyo finding a way to elude his defender. Good handles.
They've been opening that right side of the floor for Soyo. Ooh. Traveling, yeah. Good closeout.
Castor had the right idea, and then all of a sudden finding the defender right in front of his face.
Yeah.
Babalik si Robin Naive for CSB. Can they do it? Down by 11, double digits, 57 seconds remaining in the game.
We're gonna look for threes here. Gotta score in bunches too.
A runner-up finish in the recent NCAA CSB Blazers finding San Sebastian Stags tough to handle. Wow. Great handle. Are de Soyo.
Boy, what a comeback here by the Stags.
Are birthday ba ni Are at saka ni De Soyo? Or whatever occasion they're celebrating right now.
Wow, look at that. That's the 20th point of Are.
Look at this distance.
Yeah, the distance.
From the arc.
And he's shooting it with a jump shot too. And kanina pa yan pabalik-balik ng takbuhan, hindi napapagod. He still got that lift. Wow.
Dami talaga na impluensya ni Steph Curry.
Oh.
For James to free throws, Miguel Corteza.
Mix Corteza. Well, basically for personal stats na lamang ito.
Yeah. Well, he was the leading scorer at the first half. He had 12, but half of his production going down in the second half. He only scored, what, 6? and he's gunning for his 8th point here.
Intentionally missing the second free throw, but could not grab the rebound, although they have possession here. It's a three-pointer.
And Coach John doesn't want to take the risk. He's calling a timeout.
Pero 10-point lead.
Yeah.
With 10 seconds remaining, they have a timeout. There you can see the time remaining, and a win and a big, great debut for the new coach of San Sebastian, John Callos.
Right, and that was a huge wake-up in the second quarter. I mean, they were down on offensive rebounds and really just making up for those deficiencies in the first half, earning them this win.
Nag-foul out pa si Shanot sa
Yeah.
kanila.
And we thought that was going to be a turnaround, no, in favor of the Blazers.
And Robbie Naibe will foul out of the game. 9.4 seconds remaining. This is what we're talking about, especially when it comes to college, university basketball.
Yeah.
You can never be too sure.
All right.
You don't hear the final buzzer, you don't have the lead. That doesn't mean you got it all worked out and figured out for you.
What was a 1 rebound differential in favor of the Blazers turned out to be a 20-point difference at this point, favoring the Stags. And these guys really just worked their way to those boards.
Well, a big win for Coach John Callos. The deliveries of these two backcourt men, Are and Bisoyo. And somehow for Coach Charles Chu and the rest of CSB Blazers, this is a learning experience. You can't be too overconfident. But this is just basically their first game here. And the return of the Filoil EcoOil Preseason Cup.
Congratulations.
There's Bisoyo, our best player in this ball game. His numbers, look at those numbers, Coach Mike.
Yeah, and those 3-pointers were crucial. He hit a couple in the first half, but you know, the rest of them coming in the second quarter, lalo na yung mga floaters niya on those right sides when that defense continued to sag as he was driving, he just really made the right decision each and every time.
He showed everybody that's why he is the team captain of San Sebastian.
Right.
And showing great leadership here. Well, a very interesting ball game that has happened here between these two teams, CSB Blazers and San Sebastian. And as it turned out, things just went the way of San Sebastian when they needed it the most, hitting those big baskets and pulling away from the CSB Blazers. A victory for San Sebastian Stags. Do stand by because we still have another game to bring you, to stream live to you, coming from the Filoil EcoOil Center here in San Juan. It's going to be the FEU Tabraos going up against the UP Fighting Maroons when we return for more of the 16th Filoil EcoOil Preseason Cup.